Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kavon. Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Prescott going to change the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Kill.
Dowdle will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Hey, kill.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis to return it. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Herbert gonna throw on this first play. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14.
To throw, it's Herbert. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's gonna give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. In motion, Lamb. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's 2nd and inches at the Chargers 16-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers 6-yard line.
They'll go with him again. He is in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to look downfield once again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defense.
Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua going to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to... That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The two are going to try and throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
47. We're going to 53. Hey, kill! 47.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Going to 54. Wide in.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Prescott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Calais Campbell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down.
Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill. Switch it, hey.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
In motion, the tight end. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
44. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 6-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. HM, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1, didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
47. Kill. 40. Under.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, 21's here.
Here's Tua. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 21G, 21G.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Go, get out there, get out there.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They're right here. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
How about you? Ready?
Tua, a final shot before half. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
What a tug of war this game has been. A tie at the half. I remember when I was playing, my coaches always talked about the first 5 minutes of each half. That's where you can gain the momentum and seize an opportunity. We've got one team in position to do that right now.
Taken down at the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Getting home that time to Marvy and Overshown. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
20, TX. 32 stand.
Tua going to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Solo left side.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.